kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Matthews. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Back to pass, it's Washington. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires to the tight end. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On fourth down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Cardinals want to pick up the tempo.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking to throw on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Just a little off. Incomplete. It'll be third and long. Wants to go up top. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. They don't believe their kicker can roll double nickels with that 55-yarder, so they'll leave the offense out there on fourth down. They'll move the wide receiver. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The screen. He can go. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at second and 11. To the air, it's Washington. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now go to dime packages, to nickel packages.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Grabs it inside his... And now the ball is knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to scramble. He's going to go for a big one. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket, the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away. The defense took advantage with the interception.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Bush. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap, it's Bush. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Bush. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Turning it on! A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On the direct snap, it's Bush. Running into the open space. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Past the 20. Touchdown ball! He got loose and it was lights out after that. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reeves. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. Just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the points came courtesy of that 80-yard run to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. Slips through the line. just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the snap, it's Bush. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked from the Wildcat.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They go to the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Cardinals are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Washington. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
On 4th down, going to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Cardinals! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Surely they're going to kick this thing away. Tied in the second quarter, they're lined up for an onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Snap to the back. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat. They give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Bush. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. The Volunteers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Bush. Makes it past the marker. Gashing the D on the right. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 25. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Bush. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Bush. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Bush. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill.
There he goes down the right side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Volunteers. And that one will give him the lead.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Here comes the two-point try. On the direct snap, it's Price. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Bush. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On the direct snap, it's Bush. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Makes the catch, it's Bond. They get him out of bounds, a couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Lost one deep down the right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. On the direct snap, it's Bush. Touchdown, Louisville! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Working that left side now. Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Straight ahead from inside his 25. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Bush. Oh, he's got a chance. Past the first down marker and still running. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Bush. Breaks into the open. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap, it's Bush. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
On the direct snap, it's Bush. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Bush. And the ball comes out close to the goal line. Oh, the unthinkable has happened for this offense. They're into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the D.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring a touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Washington. Got a man, it's Bond. Timeout is called by the offense, 16 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Flushed out of the pocket. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Bush. Quick step and go. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Owens. Can't get him to the ground. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many.
from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Defense in press coverage. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
I love the offense coming out being aggressive on the first play of the game. They're trying to take momentum right away, but the defense was waiting, and they were ready, and they get the interception. You can't start a ball game better than the way the defense just did there.
I'm about to say, the defense loves that they came out like that, too. Like, expecting the pass, played the pass, made the first big play in this ball game, the very first play of the game.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Bush. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Bush. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Bush. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
To the air, it's Mendoza. Finds his man, it's Holmes. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Just keeps swinging it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Dogs will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Bush. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Bush. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. And the Vols will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Right back to it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Spits it out to the back. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He might want another play. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Price. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Price. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense in a bunch formation. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Fires left. It's complete. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that 1st down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4. Now on the move. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Vols will hustle to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Offense set on 1st down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Price. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. To the air, it's Castellanos. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. They're going to go for it on 4th down with a couple of good options. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown ball.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. In the Wildcat, let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Bush. Slithers into space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They'll send the back in motion. On the snap, it's Bush. Finds a little space. Breaks the tackle. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Bush. He breaks the tackle. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Gets the back moving. Direct snap. It's Bush. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Caught in the backfield. It's Price. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise. Might as well leave the offense out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Tight end finds a soft spot. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. On the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Fires to the big fella. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The Ducks are rolling down the field. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. To the air on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
The Ducks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Mendoza. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. They've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rifles it down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the 2nd half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Oh, better look out! He has the 1st and still on his feet. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. They love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. And it's no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it! And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Touchdown, Oregon! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Bush. Hard running there. Picks up the first down, still moving. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. On the direct snap, it's Bush. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one, and this offense within striking distance. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And to get rid of it quickly.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Might be calling a hot route. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Price. And some room to work. Turning it off! And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteer! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Mendoza. Looking deep down the right side. Makes a grab for a big play. Into the secondary, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Coleman. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Price. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Price. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. On the direct snap, it's Price. Creates a little space. Open field on the right. Touchdown ball. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Might as well give it to him again. Showing off the arms. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Keeps looking downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try. They've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Finds the tight end.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Got a man. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Price. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. On the snap, it's Price. Runs through a tackle. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Price. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception as the clock reaches 0. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation
make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Bush. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their...
Lot of room to the right. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
You knew this offense wanted to come into this one, establishing the run, guys. They didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front, and this guy caps it off with a nice touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for room, it's Bush. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Grab near the sticks. It's Rivers. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, David.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Horton. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap. It's Bush. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. On the direct snap, it's Bush. Turning it on. Bulldozes his way through. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
Look out, he's got room. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. On the snap, it's Bush. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Find some fresh air. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner will be brought down. started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Bush. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
I think a lot of running backs kind of gravitate towards that sideline. They want to bounce. They want to get out wide. When a lot of times I think you want to just stick that foot in the ground at some point and just say, I get back to the line of scrimmage. I get 2 yards. Make it something positive instead of, stringing it out, stepping out of bounds, and it being a negative play like it was there.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
But how about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Direct snap. It's Bush. And he forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Bush. He's got the first down and more. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Caught in the backfield, it's Warrior. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins.
There he goes. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the offense will recover, but it's not going to make any difference as they're short of the first down marker. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Warrior. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Looking for the score! And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Coastal Carolina.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. They just keep firing. Looking for the goal line. They stop him short of the mark. Turn it over on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Bush. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Bush.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. And it's a pick in the end zone. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
Well, that was absolutely incredible. I don't know if I've ever seen a play before where a defender gets a pick 6 and he doesn't actually even have to advance the football. They were so backed up. The quarterback was so far deep in his own end zone when he threw it. He never saw the defender. He picked it off, and touchdown defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Bush. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
Back has it. And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the wildcat.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Connection to the right. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Mines is back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Third down play from the gun. With the catch, it's Green. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Mendoza. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The shot that clears getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense is aggressive on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Direct snap. It's Bush. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Bush. Finding an escape route. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line, and the running game making its presence felt. On the direct snap, it's Bush. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Volunteers will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Bush. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it down the line. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half.
And that's another shot. That's the end of the first half. Coastal Carolina set 17-0.
And the shot to clears will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Bush. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Volunteers headed quickly to the line. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. And the Vols will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
It is nice to be an offense coordinator and go, all right, run it. Like, run it again. Run it again. 5 straight runs, moving the sticks, all easy, high-percentage runs, keeping the ball on the ground. They must think they have a physical advantage up front.
That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Throws to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that pass was knocked down, but the good defensive play is not going to stand. I think the D was in the neutral zone. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. He'll set up to throw. Got it on the outside. It's Strong. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its 1st touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to throw again. Lets it fly. That pass is incomplete.
Well, I did not have this on my bingo card, guys, but being one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football, to be under 50% completions in this game, nobody saw that coming. He has not been able to find his rhythm, and he looks frustrated.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. He lets it fly. Makes the grab at the 10. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Vols trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Price. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Price. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Price. Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown ball.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Galloway. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Galloway. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Galloway. He's loose down the middle. The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Coastal. They take the lead with the 6.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap, it's Price. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Just going to keep it after the snap. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Got enough space. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown, at least for now.
And that's another shot to clear.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Booth. Touchdown, shot to clear. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Price. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Breaks into the open. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Bush. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Bush. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Booth. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Booth. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. The screen, and watch out! Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On the direct snap, it's Booth. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He was able to come down with the pass, but not in bounds, so it'll be a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Going to sling it on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted to stop the threat. Looking for more room. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll move the tight end. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The shot that clears, moving quickly to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Picked off, a turnover in their own end.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Second down coming up. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. Lets it go to the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he runs out of bounds with the interception, and that is how we'll finish off this game. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days.